Welcome to today's CompTIA A+ Q&A session, where we help you master the essentials of passing your certification exam. More importantly, understanding how computers really work. In this segment, we're going to be looking at number 8, printers and multifunction print devices, one of the key topics covered in the CompTIA core exam. We're going to go through some of the questions with clear explanations. So grab your notes, stay sharp. Let's get into the kind of questions you'll face and how to answer them with confidence. Remember, whether you're a tech beginner, brushing up on your skills, understanding these fundamentals puts you one step closer to becoming a certified IT professional. Now let's get started. Question number 1. What is the most likely reason for vertical streaks on the printouts from a laser printer? A. Toner cartridge. B. Drum. C. Fuser, or D. Paper feed? Correct answer B. The drum. Now, a damaged or dirty drum unit in a laser printer often causes vertical streaks as it impacts the transfer of toner to paper. Incorrect answers. A toner cartridge. Now, faulty toner cartridge usually results in faded or incomplete print rather than streaks. The fuser, a damaged fuser could cause smudges rather than specific streaks. And D, the paper feed, issues here lead to paper jams or misfeeds, not streaks on the printout. Question number 2. Vertical streaks are appearing on the output of a laser printer. Which of the following items is the most likely cause? A. Roller. B. Drum. C. Transfer belt. Or D. Ribbon? Correct answer here, B. The drum. Now, the drum unit in a laser printer is responsible for transferring the image to the paper using static electricity and toner. If the drum is dirty, damaged or worn, it can cause vertical streaks or lines to appear on the printed page. The issue is especially common when the drum has toner residue, scratches, or wear marks. Incorrect answers. A. The roller. Now, worn or dirty roller usually cause paper feed issues, not print quality problems like vertical streaks. C. The transfer belt. It is more common in color laser printers and would cause color misalignment or streaks across multiple colors, not just vertical streaks. D. The ribbon. Now, ribbons are used in dot matrix or impact printers, not laser printers. Not applicable here. Question number 3. A user submitted a support ticket that states all of the printouts from a laser printer appear to have double images imposed on them. A review of past printer support tickets shows that a maintenance kit has not been installed in more than a year. Which of the following printer consumables is most likely causing the issue? A. Separation pad. B. Transfer roller. C. Ink cartridges. Or D. Fuser? Correct answer here, D. The fuser. Now, in a laser printer, the fuser is responsible for bonding the toner to the paper by applying heat and pressure. If the fuser is worn out or damaged, it can fail to properly bond the toner, resulting in ghosting or double image on the printout. Now, maintenance kit for a laser printer typically include a replacement fuser, especially after extended use, as it is a common component that wears out over time. Incorrect answers. A separation pad. Now, the separation pad is used to prevent multiple sheets of paper from feeding at once. Now, would not cause double image on the printout. B. A transfer roller. Now, the transfer roller helps transfer toner from the drum to the paper, but it generally does not cause ghosting or double images. C. Ink cartridges. Now, ink cartridges are used in inkjet printers, not laser printers. Laser printers use toner cartridges instead, and toner is not typically responsible for ghosting issues. Question number 4. A new printer with duplex printing capabilities was installed, but double-sided printing is not currently taking place. What steps should the technician take next to enable automatic double-sided printing? A. Update the print driver. B. Check paper tray settings. C. Replace the toner. Or D. Configure the duplex option in the printer settings. Correct answer D. Configure the duplex option in the printer settings. Now, duplex printing needs to be enabled in the printer settings for automatic double-sided printing. Incorrect answers. A. Update the printer driver. Now, this could help if the driver is outdated, but the issue here is the configuration and not the driver. B. Check paper tray settings. Now, tray settings doesn't affect duplex capabilities. And lastly, C. Replace the toner. Toner doesn't impact whether the printer can print double-sided. Question number 5. A company just bought a printer capable of automatically printing on both sides of the paper. After installation, however, the technician can only print on both sides of the paper manually. Which of the following should the technician do to fix the issue? A. Install the most recent firmware upgrade available for the printer. B. Contact the vendor of a hardware replacement. C. Reinstall the printer software and drivers and then restart the printer. Or D. Read the installation manual and configure duplex settings. Now, the correct answer is D. Read the installation manual and configure duplex settings. Now, if a printer is capable of duplex, in other words, double-sided printing, but only allows manual duplexing, it's likely that the duplex feature needs to be enabled in the printer settings or configured in the printer driver. It's typically done by checking the settings in the printer's properties on the computer or by following the setup instructions in the installation manual. Incorrect answers. A. The most recent firmware upgrade available for the printer. Now, while firmware updates can improve functionality, they are unlikely to be necessary just to enable an existing duplex feature. B. Contact the vendor for hardware replacement. Now, since the printer can print, the hardware is likely functioning correctly and a replacement would not be required. C. Reinstall the print software and driver and then restart the printer. Now, reinstallation may not be needed. It's most likely that the duplexing just needs to be enabled in the settings. Question number 6. An employee is attempting to print address labels on A4 paper using the office printer. Despite correctly placing the label sheet, the text does not align properly with the labels. To correct the issue, which printer setting should the employee adjust? A. Print density. B. Paper type. C. Resolution. Or D. Page orientation. Correct answer here, D. Page orientation. Now, correcting page orientation can align the text with the label layout on A4 paper. Incorrect answers. Print density. Now, density affects the darkness of the print but not the alignment. The paper type, this affects the print quality but doesn't impact label alignment. And C. Resolution, it controls print clarity, not position. Question number 7. A user in a medical office contacts a technician regarding a printer that is used to print A4 size labels. After the labels are printed, they mistakenly contain white space in the middle of the page. Which of the following would most likely be the cause? A. Contaminated fuser. B. A worn roller. C. A misfeed. Or D. Page orientation. Correct answer, D. Page orientation. If the labels are printing with unexpected white space in the middle, it's likely due to an incorrect page orientation setting in the print job or printer settings. Page orientation issues can cause content to be incorrectly aligned or positioned on the page, resulting in blank areas where there should be printed information. Incorrect answers, contaminated fuser. Now, contaminated fuser could cause smudges or incomplete print areas, but it would not typically create consistent white space in a specific part of the page. B. A worn roller. Now, worn rollers might cause paper misfeeds or jams, but wouldn't result in white space specifically in the middle of a printed label. And C. A misfeed. Misfeed could lead to paper jams, printing errors, but typically would not produce consistent white space in the same area on every label. Question number 8. Technician is troubleshooting a newly installed printer that isn't processing print requests. Upon inspection, the technician observed an error message on the printer display screen stating paper jam. What should the technician do next to address this problem most effectively? A. Restart the printer. B. Check for obstructions in the printer paper path. C. Update printer drivers. Or D. Replace the toner cartridge. Correct answer here, B. Check for obstructions in the printer paper path. Now, paper jam is typically caused by an obstruction in the printer's paper path, so the technician could inspect for any paper or debris that may be causing the jam. Incorrect answers. A. Restart the printer. Restarting won't resolve a physical paper jam. Update the print drivers. Now, drivers issues don't cause paper jams. Or D. Replace the toner cartridge. Now, toner cartridge issue wouldn't trigger a paper jam error. Question number 9. A user submitted a ticket to report an issue with a new printer that is no longer accepting new print jobs. The technician verifies the printer is on and notices the printer LCD screen has the following error message: paper jam, jam infuser. Which of the following is the most efficient next step the technician should complete? A. Apply maintenance kit to the printer. B. Check the printer paper path to locate any obstructions. C. Turn the printer on and off to see if the error is clear. Or D. Replace the fuser. Correct answer B. Check the printer paper path to locate any obstructions. Now, when a printer displays a paper jam or jam in the fuser message, it indicates that paper is stuck somewhere along the paper path, likely near the fuser. The most efficient next step is to check for and remove any paper or debris in the printer's paper path, as this is a common cause of such error and often can be resolved without additional parts or maintenance. Incorrect answer. A. Apply a maintenance kit to the printer. Now, maintenance kit may help prevent future jams, but it's unnecessary for clearing an immediate jam. Applying it would be time consuming, less efficient for this issue. B. Turn the printer on and off to see if the error is clear. Power cycling might clear minor temporary errors, but will not resolve a physical paper jam, as indicated by the error message. C. Replace the fuser. Now, replacing the fuser is a costly and time-consuming step, usually only necessary if there is a confirmed damage to the fuser after inspecting and attempting to clear any paper obstructions. Question 10. Service company that uses a dot matrix printer is having an issue with its multi-part carbon paper form. When the forms are printed, the initial copy is faint, but subsequent copies are clear. Which of the following actions would most likely resolve the printer issue? A. Increase the print density. B. Replace the ribbon. C. Clean the print head. Or D. Adjust the alignment. Correct answer B. Replace the ribbon. Now, a faint initial copy in a dot matrix printer usually indicates a worn ribbon that needs replacement. Incorrect answers. A. Increase the print density. Now, density adjustments affect clarity, but they won't compensate for a worn ribbon. C. Clean the print head. Cleaning the head helps with clarity, but doesn't address the faintness from a worn ribbon. And D. Adjust the alignment. Alignment affects positioning, not print clarity. Question 11. Company has a dot matrix printer that uses carbon paper. Company reports that the first page is printing too light, although the following pages are still legible. Which of the following most likely needs to be fixed? A. The print drum is worn and loose, causing the printing to be light in places. B. The ribbon is low on ink and missing and must be replaced to get proper output. C. The heating element has failed and a new one needs to be installed for proper transfer. D. the wrong type of filament is loaded, preventing it from sticking correctly. Or E, the fuser assembly is not calibrated properly, causing it to impact the paper too hard. Correct answer B, the ribbon is low on ink or missing and must be replaced to get proper output. Now, dot matrix printers use an ink ribbon to create an impression on the paper, and if the ribbon is low on ink or worn, it can result in faint printing, particularly on the first page. Replacing the ribbon or checking if it is seated correctly is the most likely solution to this issue. Incorrect answers. A, the print drum is worn or loose, causing the printing to be light in places. Now, dot matrices do not use a print drum. They use a print head with pins that strike the ribbon to transfer ink onto the paper. C, the heating element has failed and a new one needs to be installed for proper transfer. Dot matrix printers do not use heating elements. This is a feature of thermal printers, not dot matrix. D, the wrong type of filament is loaded, preventing it from sticking correctly. Now, filaments are used in 3D printing, not in dot matrix printers. E, the fuser assembly is not calibrated properly, causing it to impact the paper too hard. Now, fuser assemblies are found in laser printers to bond toner to paper using heat. Dot matrix printers do not have fuser assemblies. Question 12. In an office setting, multiple individuals encounter an issue with a shared laser printer that consistently produces pages with vertical streaks spanning from top to bottom. What actions should a technician take first to address and potentially rectify the printing problem? A, replace the toner. B, update print driver. C, adjust print settings. Or D, clean the drum. Correct answer D, clean the drum. Now, vertical streaks are often caused by residue or toner buildup on the drum, and cleaning can resolve this. Incorrect answers. A, replace the toner. New toner won't fix drum related streaks. B, update print driver. Now, drivers don't affect physical print quality like streaks. And C, adjust print settings. Now, settings control resolution, layout, but won't address streaks caused by a dirty drum. Question 13. Several users who share a multifunction printer in the office have reported unintended thin vertical lines that cover the entire height of every page printed from the printer. Which of the following steps should a technician complete in order to most likely resolve the issue? A, replace the printer paper with a new ream. B, clear the print spooler on each computer. C, reinstall the print driver on each computer. Or D, perform the drum cleaning procedure. Correct answer D, perform the drum cleaning procedure. Thin vertical lines across the entire height of printed pages are commonly caused by debris on toner buildup on the printer's drum or rollers. Performing a drum cleaning procedure will likely resolve this issue by removing any contaminants that could be causing the lines. Incorrect answers. A, replace the print paper with a new ream. Now, paper quality issues might cause streaks or smudges, but unlikely to cause consistent thin vertical lines across every page. B, clear the print spooler on each computer. Now, clearing the print spooler addresses issues with stuck or corrupted print jobs, but does not impact print quality. C, reinstall print driver on each computer. Driver issues may cause formatting or connectivity problems, but do not typically result in physical print quality issues like vertical lines. Question 14. Recipients are coming out of, or receipts are coming out of the point of sale printer with black streaks across the entire printout. The text is visible but appears overly dark and hard to read. What is the most likely cause of this issue? A, worn print head. B, print head temperature is set too high. C, misaligned. Or D, low ink level. Correct answer, the printhead temperature is set too high. Now, excessive printhead temperature in thermal printers can produce dark, streaky prints. Lowering the temperature can improve clarity. Incorrect answer, a worn printhead. Now, a worn head would cause faint prints rather than dark streaks. C, paper misalignment. Now, misalignment affects positioning, not darkness. And D, low ink level. Thermal printers don't use ink, so this wouldn't apply. Question 15. A user reports that printed receipts have black smudges over the entire image. The text is still present but very dark and sometimes illegible. Which of the following are the most likely cause and solution of the print issue? A. The ribbon is jammed and is rubbing on the paper. Clear the bad ribbon and feed it through properly. B. The print head is too hot. Adjust the temperature down and retry printing. C. Printer is loaded with the wrong type of paper. Replace the receipt paper with carbon paper. D. The blue ink cartridge was loaded with black ink. Put it in the correct ink and clean the print head. Correct answer, the print head is too hot. Adjust the temperature down and retry printing. If the receipts have black smudges across the image but the text is still present, it is likely due to excessive heat from the print head. The thermal printer, if the print head temperature is set too high, it can cause the thermal paper to darken excessively, creating smudges and making the text difficult to read. Adjusting the print head temperature can resolve this issue by preventing over darkening. Incorrect answers. A. The ribbon is jammed and is rubbing on the paper. Thermal printers do not use ribbons. They rely on heat to create images on thermal paper. This explanation applies to impact printers but not thermal receipt printers. C. The printer is loaded with the wrong type of paper. Replace the receipt paper with carbon paper. Again, thermal printers use heat-sensitive thermal paper, not carbon paper. Using the wrong type of paper would likely result in no image, not smudges. D. Blue ink cartridge was loaded in the black ink. Put the correct ink and clean the print head. Thermal printers do not use ink cartridges. They create images through heat. Ink-related issues are irrelevant for this type of printer. Question 16. Technician sets up a new printer at a workstation and attempts to print a test page, which fails to print. Upon checking, the printer is listed as generic printer in the print queue. What action should the technician take to resolve the printing issue? A. Restart the print spooler. B. Download, install the device-specific print driver for the OS. C. Update the OS. Or D. Change the printer cable. Correct answer here, B. Download and install the device-specific print driver for the OS. Now, generic drivers don't support all print functions, so installing the correct driver for the printer model usually solves this issue. Incorrect answer, restart the print spooler. Restarting won't change the driver type. C. Update the OS. Updating the OS won't install device-specific drivers automatically. And D. Change the printer cable. Now, generic printer listing usually isn't caused by a cable issue. Question 17. Technician installs a new printer for a workstation and tries to print a test page, but the test page does not print. The technician looks at the print queue and notices that the printer is called generic printer. Which of the following best describe what the technician should do to fix the issue? A. Connect the printer with a USB cable rather than over the network. B. Install an appropriate print driver for the OS. C. Install the correct toner in the printer. Or D. Set the printer tray to allow duplex printing. Correct answer, B. Install the appropriate print driver for the OS. The term generic printer indicates that the system is using a generic driver that may not fully support the printer's functionality. Installing the correct print driver for the specific operating system ensures that the printer can communicate correctly with the workstation, enabling all features and functionality, including printing. Incorrect answers: A, connect the printer with a USB cable rather than over the network. Now the connection type, USB or network, does not impact the need for correct drivers. The issue here is related to the driver compatibility, not the connection method. C, install the correct toner in the printer. Toner affects print quality, but it does not address driver-related issues or the printer's ability to process print jobs from the computer. D, set the printer tray to allow duplex printing. Duplex printing settings are unrelated to the ability to print at all. This is an additional configuration that would be addressed after ensuring proper communication between the printer and the workstation. Question 18. A user finds that their network printer is consuming twice as much paper per print job than anticipated. To correct this and achieve the desired outcome, which setting could the user adjust? A, duplex, B, paper size, C, print density, or D, print resolution. Correct answer: A, duplex. Now, by enabling duplex printing, it allows double-sided printing, reducing paper usage per print job. Incorrect answers: B, paper size. Now, paper size does not affect how many sheets are used per job. Print density. Now, density controls print darkness, not paper usage. And D, print resolution. It affects the clarity but does not impact the number of pages printed. Question 19. A user sends a print job to a network printer and the print job uses double the amount of paper as expected. Which of the following should the user configure to get the expected result? A, duplex, C, collate, C, landscape, or D, transparency? Correct answer: A, duplex. Duplex printing allows printing on both sides of the paper, which reduces the total paper usage. If the printer is using double the amount of paper as expected, it is likely that duplex printing is not enabled. Configuring the printer for duplex printing will solve this issue. Incorrect answers: B, collate. Collate ensures that multiple page print jobs are organized in the correct order when printing multiple copies. It does not affect the amount of paper used. C, landscape. Landscape changes the orientation of the printed page, does not directly impact paper usage. And D, transparency. Now, transparency is a paper type setting often used for printing on transparent sheets. It does not affect the paper count. Question 20. The support request has been logged with a malfunction laser printer. Presently, the text is failing to adhere to the paper. To restrict this issue, which component most likely needs replacing? A, toner cartridge, B, paper tray, C, fuser, or D, the transfer belt? Correct answer: C, fuser. Now, the fuser heats the toner so it adheres to the paper. A faulty fuser would cause text to rub off. Incorrect answers: A, toner cartridge. Now, a cartridge issue would cause faded or incomplete prints, not adherence problems. B, the paper tray. Now, the tray affects paper feeding, not text adherence. And D, transfer belt. Now, transfer belt issue would affect image placement, not adherence. Question 21. A laser printer, which component is primarily responsible for adhering toner to the paper? A, a drum, B, fuser, C, transfer roller, or D, toner cartridge? Correct answer here: B, the fuser. Now, the fuser melts the toner into the paper, ensuring it adheres. Incorrect answers: A, the drum. And the drum transfers toner but doesn't adhere it to the paper. C, the transfer roller. The roller aids in transferring toner but doesn't adhere it. And D, the toner cartridge. The cartridge supplies toner but doesn't adhere it to the paper. Question 22. Technician identifies that a printer's fuser is overheating and has paper stuck to it. Given the scenario, what would be the most appropriate next step in addressing this issue? A, turn off and disable printer before performing any repairs. B. Replace the fuser. C. Restart the printer. Or D. Adjust printer settings. Correct answer here, A. Turn off and disable the printer before performing any repairs. Now, safety requires powering off and disabling a device before handling heated components like a fuser. Incorrect answers. B. Replace the fuser. Replacing may be necessary but only after powering down for safety. C. Restart the printer. Restarting won't address overheating or clear the jam. And D. Adjust printer settings. Settings adjustments won't affect the fuser physical issues. Question 23. A user complains that documents are not printing out correctly from a laser printer. Some of the prints is missing and the pages come out unreadable. Which of the following would potentially correct the issue? A. Replace the transfer roller. B. Update the printer driver. C. Clean the print head. Or D. Replace the toner cartridge. Correct answer, A. Replace the toner roller. Now, the faulty transfer roller can cause incomplete or faint prints. Incorrect answers, update the print driver. Now, drivers don't affect print quality. Issues like missing text. C. Clean the print head. Print heads are parts of inkjet printers, not laser printers. D. Replace the toner cartridge. Toner issues cause faded text but not missing print. Question 24. For a laser printer failing to print on one side of the paper even after changing the toner, which action should the technician take next? A. Clean the printer. B. Replace the toner again. C. Adjust paper settings. Or D. Calibrate the printer. Correct answer here, D. Calibrate the printer. Now, calibration aligns the toner distribution and ensure consistent print quality across the page. Incorrect answers. A. Clean the printer. Cleaning is useful but doesn't resolve uneven toner distribution. B. Replace the toner again. Replacing the toner is unnecessary if it was just changed. C. Adjust paper settings. Paper settings don't impact toner coverage across the page. Question 25. A technician recently updated the firmware on a company's laser printers. Immediately after, users begin reporting that printed documents are outputting garbled characters. What is the most likely cause of the issue? A. Toner cartridge issue. B. Network configuration error. C. Physical printer damage. Or D. The print server requires updated print drivers. Correct answer, D. The print server requires updated print drivers. Now, firmware updates can necessitate compatible driver updates to ensure proper printing. Incorrect answers. A. Toner cartridge issue. Now, toner issues wouldn't cause garbled text, which is more related to drivers. B. Network configuration error. Network errors would prevent printing, not cause garbled text. And C. A physical printer damage. A physical damage typically results in poor print quality rather than garbled text. Question 26. A support request was submitted stating that when a user attempts to print to a shared printer, the printer is unresponsive. What should the technician check first? A. Replace the toner. B. Restart the computer. C. Verify network connectivity to the printer. Or D. Update print drivers. Correct answer, C. Verify network connectivity to the printer. Now, ensuring the network connection to the printer is active is the first step in troubleshooting an unresponsive shared printer. Incorrect answers. A. Replace the toner. Now, toner issue affect print quality, not connectivity. B. Restart the computer. Restarting may help, but isn't the first step. And D. Update print drivers. Drivers may need updates, but wouldn't typically cause network unresponsiveness. Question 27. Which type of printer is typically preferred for use in environments requiring continuous printing of forms and carbon copies? A. Inkjet, B. Laser, C. Thermal, or D. Dot matrix? Correct answer D. Dot matrix. Now, dot matrix printers can handle continuous feed paper and print multiple copies with carbon paper. Incorrect answer A. Inkjet. Inkjet printers aren't suited for carbon copies. B. Laser. Laser printers don't support continuous feed or carbon paper. And C. Thermal. Thermal printers are mainly used for receipts and labels, not multi-part forms. Question 28. A user needs to print a document on both sides of the paper. Which settings should be configured? A. Collate, B. Print quality, C. Print orientation or page orientation, and D. Duplex. Correct answer D. Duplex. Duplex printing allows a printer to automatically print on both sides of the paper, saving paper and making documents more compact. Configuring duplex printing in the print settings enable this feature. Incorrect answers: collate. Collate arranges multiple copies of a document in sequence, but it doesn't control double-sided printing. B. Print quality. It adjusts the clarity or resolution of the printed document, but has no impact on which side of the paper are printed. C. Page orientation. Now, page orientation changes the layout of the print on each page, portrait or landscape, but doesn't affect single or double-sided printing. Question 29. A technician troubleshooting a laser printer finds that the bottom of the documents is being cut off. The issue occurs specifically with documents formatted for 8.5 by 14 inch paper and originates from one particular tray. What should be the technician's next step in resolving this issue? A. Confirm the paper tray are set to the correct paper size. B. Update the printer firmware. C. Replace the printer drum. Or D. Change the default print settings. Correct answer A. Confirm the paper tray are set to the correct paper size. The most likely cause of this issue is a misconfiguration of the paper tray setting, where the tray may not be correctly adjusted to accommodate the specified paper size of 8.5 by 14 inch. If the tray is set to a different size, it can cause the bottom of documents to be cut off. Verifying and adjusting the paper tray to match the correct paper size is a logical next step, as it's a common source of such problems and is simpler and less invasive than replacing hardware components or changing default settings that could affect other print jobs. Incorrect answers: B. Update the printer firmware. Now, firmware updates could address functionality issues but are unlikely to resolve paper size misconfiguration. C. Replace the printer drum. Now, a drum replacement wouldn't resolve issues related to paper size settings. And D. Change the default print settings. Now, changing default settings might impact all print jobs rather than addressing the specific tray configuration issue. Question 30. The help desk received a ticket regarding issues with a laser printer. The printer has had repairs previously for scanning issues. Currently, the printed text is not adhering properly to the paper. Which of the following should be replaced to resolve the issue? A. Fuser, B. Waste container, C. Roller, D. Toner. Correct answer A. Fuser. In a laser printer, the fuser is responsible for heating and bonding the toner to the paper. If the printed text is not adhered properly, it typically indicates an issue with the fuser. Replacing the fuser will resolve this problem, as it ensures the toner is properly melted and fused to the paper. Incorrect answers: B. Waste container. Now the waste container collects excess toner and does not impact the adherence of toner on the paper. C. Roller. Rollers are responsible for feeding paper through the printer. While worn rollers can cause paper jams or misfeeds, they do not affect toner adhesion. D. Toner. If the toner were the issue, you would typically see uneven or faded printing rather than toner not adhering. The problem described points to the fuser, not the toner cartridge. Question 31. A department sends in a ticket to report a printer is not working. The responding technician sees paper stuck to the fuser, which is much hotter than normal. The fuser was just installed a few weeks ago, as indicated by the service history. Which of the following should the technician do next? A. Disable the printer for repairs. B. Install the printer roller kit. C. Remove the paper and let the fuser cool down. And D. Replace the paper with thicker paper stock. Correct answer, A. Disable the printer for repairs. If the fuser is much hotter than normal and paper is stuck, it indicates a potential malfunction in the newly installed fuser or related component. Continuing to use the printer could cause further damage or even pose a safety risk. The technician should immediately disable the printer for repairs to address the underlying issue and ensure it does not become a hazard. Why is this step? The safety concerns and overheating fuser could damage other parts of the printer or create a fire hazard. Disabling the printer prevents further operation until the issue is resolved. The fuser malfunction, since the fuser was recently installed, it may be defective or improperly installed. The overheating suggests a problem that requires thorough investigation and repair. Prevent further damage, the printer in its current state could cause more jams, degrade other components, or escalate the problem. Incorrect answers. B. Install the printer roller kit. Rollers are responsible for paper movement, not hot or heat generation or adhesion issues. This is unrelated to the problem described. C. Remove the paper and let the fuser cool down. While this step addresses the immediate jam, it does not resolve the underlying issue of the overheating fuser. Allowing the printer to continue running could lead to repeated failures. D. Replace the paper with thicker paper stock. Paper stock has no impact on the overheating fuser. This action would not address the root cause of the issue. Question 32. Documents are not printing out correctly from a laser printer at a conference. Some of the print is missing and the pages come out unreadable. Which of the following should the technician do to fix this issue? A. Exchange the transfer roller. B. Recalibrate the printer. C. Clear the jam. Or D. Replace the fuser assembly. Correct answer, A. Exchange the transfer roller. Now the transfer roller in a laser printer is responsible for transferring the toner from the image drum to the paper. If the transfer roller is damaged or worn out, it can lead to uneven toner transfer, resulting in missing or unreadable sections of the print. Replacing the transfer roller is the most likely fix in this situation, if the issue is related to toner transfer. Incorrect answers: recalibrating the printer. Calibration adjusts alignment and color consistency, but is unlikely to resolve issues specifically caused by toner not transferring properly, such as a missing print. C. Clear the jam. This would be relevant if a paper jam were causing the problem, but the scenario does not mention any paper jam. D. Replace the fuser assembly. Now, faulty fuser usually causes smudging or text that rubs off, not missing or uneven print. Replacing the fuser is unnecessary unless there are clear signs of adhesion problems. Question 33. An end user contacted a technician about a laser printer that was no longer printing images on the left side of the page. The technician replaced the toner cartridge, but the issue has persisted. Which of the following should the technician perform next? A. Replace the image drum. B. Realign the pickup roller, C. Clean the duplexing assembly, or D. Calibrate the printer. Correct answer A. Replace the imaging drum. Now the imaging drum plays a crucial role in the laser printing process by transferring toner onto the paper. If printed images or text are missing from a specific area on the page, such as on the left side, it often indicates that the drum is damaged or worn in that region. Since the toner cartridge has already been replaced and the issue persists, the problem is most likely with the drum. Replacing the image drum should restore full image transfer and resolve the print quality issue. Incorrect answers: realign the pickup rollers. Now, pickup rollers are responsible for feeding paper into the printer. Misalignment or wear on the rollers can cause paper jams or misfeed, but it would not cause a specific area of the page, like on the left side, to fail to print an image. C. Clean the duplexing assembly. Cleaning the duplexing assembly used for double-sided printing would address issues related to double-sided printing, but it is unlikely to resolve the issue of missing image on one side of the page. D. Calibrate the printer. Calibration can help with color accuracy and other print quality issues, but it typically would not address the specific problem of missing print on one side of the page. This issue is more likely related to a hardware component like the imaging drum. Question 34. Technician installed new firmware on the company's laser printer and has since been receiving multiple calls that informed is garbled or information is garbled and looks like code. Only printers with a new firmware are having this issue. Which of the following steps should the technician complete next? A. Change the language setting on the printer. B. Reboot all the machines having the issue. C. Reboot all the printers. Or D. Install an updated print driver on the print server. Correct answer D. Install an updated print driver on the print server. The issue of garbled text or information that looks like code typically occurs when the print driver is not compatible with the new firmware on the printer. Since only the printer with a new firmware are having this issue, the driver on the print server likely needs to be updated to ensure compatibility with the new firmware. Updating the driver will ensure that the print jobs are correctly interpreted by the printer, resolving the garbled output. Incorrect answers: A. Change the language settings on the printer. Now, while language settings might affect the interpretation of print jobs, this would not be the most likely cause of garbled text if the only issue is with the printers that's been or have the new firmware. The problem is more likely related to the communication between the print server and the printers, which is handled by the driver. B. Reboot all machines having the issue. Rebooting the machines may clear temporary issues, but it would not resolve a compatibility problem between the firmware and the driver on the print server. The issue is more likely tied to the print server and the new firmware and not the individual machines. C. Reboot all the printers. Rebooting the printers would not solve the problem if the issue is caused by an incompatible driver. The printer may be receiving print jobs incorrectly, and a reboot would not correct the miscommunication between the print server and the printer. Question 35. A technician is replacing a ribbon on a computer that produces faded text and images when printing. Which of the following types of printers is the technician working on? A. Impact. B. Inkjet. C. Laser. Or D. Thermal. Correct answer A. Impact. Now, an impact printer uses a ribbon to transfer ink onto the paper, similar to how a typewriter works. If the printer is producing faded text on images, one likely cause could be a worn-out ribbon, which is commonly found in dot matrix printers, a type of impact printer. These printers rely on the ribbon to produce output, and over time, the ribbon can degrade, resulting in faded and poor print quality. Incorrect answers: B. Inkjet. Now, inkjet printers use liquid ink sprayed onto the paper, not a ribbon. If the print quality is faded, it would typically be due to low ink levels, clogged print heads, or issues with the ink cartridge. C. Laser. Laser printers use toner, not ribbons. If a laser printer is printing faded text, it could be due to low toner levels, a dirty drum, or other issues with the toner cartridge. D. Thermal. Now, thermal printers use heat-sensitive paper and do not use ribbons or ink. Faded text from a thermal printer would typically be due to an issue with a thermal print head or low-quality thermal paper. Question 36. Every time a user sends a print job, the user must walk over to the printer and press OK before the job will print. The same issue is occurring for multiple users. Which of the following is the most likely cause of the issue? A. The wrong network printer queue is being used. B. The network printer is on the wrong VLAN. C. The default paper type has been changed. Or D. The print server has outdated print drivers. Correct answer, the wrong network printer queue is being used. The behavior described where users must walk over the printer and press OK before the print job will print typically occur when the print job is sent to a different printer queue or an incorrect configured print queue on the print server. This could cause the printer to be in a paused or pending state until manually confirmed. Now, for example, if the wrong queue is selected, perhaps one that does not correspond to the printer being used, the print job might not be processed automatically or could be placed in a holding state, requiring the user to manually confirm it on the printer. Incorrect answers. B. The network printer is on the wrong VLAN. Now, while being on the wrong VLAN could cause network connectivity issues, it wouldn't typically lead to the need to manual configure or confirmation on the print. How users would likely experience the printer being unavailable or the print job not reaching the printer at all if there were a VLAN issue. C. Default paper type has been changed. If the paper type was changed, it could result in a print job being held up by the printer showing an error, but it wouldn't require users to walk over to press OK each time. The issue would typically be more specific to paper mass match errors rather than a workflow requiring manual intervention. D. Print server has outdated print drivers. Now, outdated print drivers can cause various issues with printing, such as incorrect formatting or failure to print. However, the issue described where print jobs are pending and require manual confirmation is more likely related to the print queue configuration, not the print driver themselves. Question 37. A technician is troubleshooting an issue involving lines appearing down-copied pages, but printed pages sent directly to the copier render as intended. Which of the following is the most likely cause of the issue? A. Empty image drum. B. Overheated system fuser. C. Scratched scanner glass. Or C. D. Third-party toner. Correct answer, C. A scratched scanner glass. Now, the issue described lines appearing down copied pages but printed pages sent directly to the copier render as intended points to a problem with the scanner portion of the copier rather than the printing process itself. Since the printed pages look fine, the problem lies in the scanning part of the copier, which captures the image before it's reproduced on the paper. Scratch scanner glass is the most likely cause. If there are scratches or debris on the glass that the scanner used to capture the image, it can result in lines appearing on the copies. When pages are printed directly without scanning, they bypass the scanning process, so they are not affected by this issue. Incorrect answers. A. Empty imager drum. Now, an empty or worn out image drum can lead to issues with the printing process, such as faded printouts or poor image quality, but it would typically affect both copied and printed. Since printed pages come out fine, the drum is not the likely cause. B. Overheated system fuser. Now, an overheated fuser could cause issues like smearing or blurring of printed pages, but it would not cause lines down copied pages. The fuser is part of the printing process and would not affect the scanning portion. D. Third-party toner. While third-party toner can sometimes cause issues like smearing or inconsistent print quality, it would generally affect both copy and printed pages. Since only the copied pages are having issues, third-party toner is not the most likely cause of the problem. Question 38. Printer technician receives a support request for a laser printer that sometimes cuts off the bottom of the print job. During troubleshooting, the technician noticed that affected jobs are set for 8.5 inch to or by 14 inch paper and only print from a particular paper tray. Now, which of the following actions should the technician perform next? A. Verify that the printing trays are correctly set. B. Swap printed trays until the print job complete as expected. C. Replace the tray roller to ensure paper or proper paper alignment. Or D. Reset the default to use 8.5 by 11 inch paper. Correct answer A. Verify that the printing trays are correctly set. Now, the issue described involves print jobs being cut off at the bottom, specifically for the jobs set to print on 8.5 by 14 inch or your legal size paper. This suggests a problem with paper size setting either in the printer settings or in the printer tray configuration. The print job might be getting cropped or misaligned because the printer is not recognizing or handling the paper size correctly. The technician should verify the paper size setting in the printer tray and ensure they are correctly configured for the 8.5 by 14 inch paper. This includes making sure that the printer is properly detecting the paper size in the tray and that the printer settings match the paper size loaded in the tray. Incorrect answers. B. Swap printed trays until the print job completes as expected. Now, while swapping trays might allow for a temporary workaround, it doesn't address the root cause of the issue. The correct configuration of the tray should be the first step to fix the problem. C. Replace the tray roller to ensure proper paper alignment. Now, while worn out rollers could potentially cause paper feed issues, this doesn't seem to be the case here. The problem is more likely related to incorrect paper size detection or settings rather than physical alignment issues. D. Reset the default to use 8.5 by 11 inch paper, changing the paper size to 8.5 by 11 inch or letter size would be a workaround, but the user need to print on 8.5 by 14 inch, which is the legal size. This change would not resolve the issue if the intended paper size is indeed 8.5 by 14 inch. Question 39. A user reports that a printer is leaving streaks on a printed page. The paper type and the toner have been replaced. Which of the following should the technician check next to resolve the issue? A. The system board. B. Paper tray. C. Memory. Or D. Fuser. Correct answer D. The fuser. When a laser printer leaves streaks or marks on printed pages and the paper type and toner have already been replaced, the next likely component to check is the fuser. Fuser is responsible for bonding the toner to the paper by applying heat and pressure. If the toner or fuser is damaged or malfunctioning, it can cause streaks or marks on printed pages because the toner is not being properly fused to the paper. Incorrect answers. A. System board. Now, the system board or motherboard in the printer could cause a variety of issues, but it's unlikely to be the cause of streaks on printed pages. The issue seems more related to the printing mechanism itself, the toner application, rather than a broader system failure. B. Paper tray. While a paper tray issue could cause paper misfeeds or paper jams, it would not typically cause streaks on printed pages. The tray is mainly responsible for paper storage and feeding, not for toner application or image quality. C. Memory. Printer memory is used for processing print jobs and temporarily storing print data. While insufficient memory could slow down printing or cause other issues, it is not typically related to streaks on printed pages, which is more likely caused by issues with the printing process. Question 40. Every time a user tries to print a multi-page document, the user is unable to print on both sides of the page. Which of the following settings will most likely resolve the issue? A. Orientation, B. Duplex, C. Quality, or D. Print tray? Correct answer B. Duplex. Now, duplex printing refers to the ability to print on both sides of the page. If the user is unable to print on both sides of a document, it's most likely because the duplex printing option is not enabled in the print settings. To resolve the issue, the technicians should ensure that the duplex printing setting is enabled in the printer's setting or the print dialog on the computer. This setting can usually be found in the printer preferences or properties dialog. Incorrect answers. Orientation. Now, orientation refers to the page layout, portrait or landscape, which does not directly affect whether both sides of the page are printed. Changing the orientation would only affect the position of the content on the page. C. Quality. Now, quality settings control the resolution and clarity of the printed output, but do not impact whether the printer prints on one side or both sides of the paper. D. Print tray. Now, the print tray setting determines which paper tray is used for the print job. While important for selecting paper types and sizes, this setting does not control whether duplex or double-sided printing occur. Question 41. Printer displays an error message even after a paper jam is cleared. Which of the following should the technician do to fix the issue? A. Check the paper path for a blocked sensor. B. Verify the pickup roller is functioning. C. Change the duplex setting. Or D. Run internal printer diagnostics. Correct answer A. Check the paper path for a blocked sensor. When a printer displays an error message even after a paper jam is cleared, it's possible that a sensor responsible for detecting paper movement is blocked or malfunctioning. Paper jam sensors are usually located along the paper path, and if paper debris or a foreign object is obstructing the sensor, the printer may continue to show a paper jam error even after the physical jam is cleared. Checking the paper path for a blocked sensor is the most appropriate first step to resolve this issue. Incorrect answers. B. Verify the pickup roller is functioning. While a malfunctioning pickup roller can lead to paper feed issues, it would typically not be the cause of a persistent paper jam error after the jam has been cleared. The pickup roller would affect the initial paper loading process rather than causing an error after a jam is cleared. C. Changing the duplex settings. Now, changing the duplex settings for double-sided printing would not resolve an issue related to a paper jam error. The duplex setting typically refers to how pages are printed, not how paper jams are detected or cleared. D. Run internal printer diagnostic. Now, running diagnostics can be helpful in identifying issues, but checking the paper path for a blocked sensor should be the first step. If a sensor is blocked, running diagnostics may not fix the issue until the obstruction is cleared. Question 42. A technician recently installed a new printer that is being shared over the network via a 64-bit Windows print server. Two users who have computers with a legacy OS are unable to print to this new printer. Which of the following should the technician do to resolve the issue? A. Enable 32-bit drivers on the print server. B. Enable print spooler and restart the computer. C. Run Windows Update on the user's computer. Or D. Update the computer to a 64-bit driver. Correct answer A. Enable 32-bit drivers on the print server. Now, in mixed environments where legacy often 32-bit clients are connecting to a 64-bit Windows print server, the print server must have both 64 and 32-bit drivers installed for the shared printer. Otherwise, 32-bit clients cannot use the shared printer because they cannot interpret the 64-bit driver. By enabling and installing 32-bit drivers on the server, the print server can offer compatible drivers to those clients automatically when they try to connect to and print. Incorrect answers. B. Enable print spooler and restart the computer. While necessary for printing, the print spooler is usually already running by default. This does not solve driver incompatibility between 64 and 32-bit systems. C. Run Windows Update on the user's computer. This may install some print drivers, but it won't fix the issue if the server doesn't have a 32-bit driver available to serve. It's not a guarantee or a targeted fix. D. Update the computer to a 64-bit driver. Now, a 64-bit driver cannot be installed on a 32-bit operating system. You need to upgrade the entire OS to 64-bit, which is not a practical solution just for printing access. Question 43. A regularly used laser printer is printing vertical lines on each page. Which of the following should the technician do first? A. Lower the printing contracts. B. Change the paper type. C. Install a new fuser. Or D. Replace the toner cartridge. Correct answer D. Replace the toner cartridge. Now, vertical lines on printed pages are often caused by a defective or leaking toner cartridge, especially when toner is unevenly distributed or debris is interfering with the drum or roller. Since the toner is the component responsible for transferring the image to the paper, it should be the first suspect in print quality issues like lines, streaks, or smudges. Replacing the toner cartridge is a quick and common fix, especially if the cartridge is old, leaking, or has a worn drum, in the case of an integrated unit. Incorrect answers. A. Lower the print contrast. Lowering contrast may reduce visibility of the line, but it doesn't address the root cause. It's a workaround, not a fix. B. Change the paper type. Incorrect paper type usually causes smudging, wrinkling, or poor toner adhesion, not vertical lines. C. Install a new fuser. A faulty fuser typically causes issues like toner not adhering to paper or wrinkling paper, but it is not the first component to suspect for vertical lines. It's also a more expensive and involved replacement than the toner. Question 44. A specific printer frequently experiences paper jams, and the technician finds that the paper is still partially in the paper tray when the jam occurs. Which of the following should the technician check first? A. Fuser. B. Duplexing assembly. C. Toner. Or D. Pickup roller. Correct answer D. A pickup roller. Now, the pickup roller is responsible for grabbing the paper from the tray and feeding it into the printer. If the paper is still partially in the tray when the jam occurs, it suggests that the pickup roller is slipping, worn, or misaligned. This is a common cause of paper not advancing properly from the tray. Replacing or cleaning the pickup roller is a standard fix in this scenario. Incorrect answers. A fuser. Now, the fuser is located at the end of the printing process. Heat toner onto the paper. It wouldn't cause jams in the paper tray. B. Duplexing assembly. It handles double-sided printing. It is not involved when the paper fails to leave the tray. C. Toner has no role in paper feeding. Issues with toner would affect print quality, not paper jams. Question 45. User reports that all copies produced on a copier have a solid black line, but printing is unaffected. Which of the following is the most likely cause? A. Failing imaging drum. B. Scratched on the scanning bed. C. Bad output tray. Or D. A damaged fuser. Correct answer B. Scratched on the scanning bed. When a copier, not a printer, produces a black line on every copy, but prints are clean, the issue lies in the scanning path, not the printing mechanism. Now, scratch, dirt, or marks on the scanner glass or the scanning bed will cause a dark line to appear in the same spot on every copy. Since printing is unaffected, the issue is not with the drum, the toner or the fuser. It's isolated to the copying function, which relies on the scanner. Incorrect answers: A, failing image drum would affect both copies and prints and typically cause smearing, repeating patterns or faded areas, not clean lines on copies only. C, bad output tray would cause physical misfeed or paper stacking issues, not black lines on output. And D, a damaged fuser that would cause print smudging or poor toner bonding, affecting all output, not just copies. Question 46. A technician needs to harden all newly deployed network printers following a data breach. Which of the following should the technician do to best fulfill this need? A, install the most recent drivers. B, disable wireless printing. C, place all printers on a separate print server. Or D, update to the latest firmware. Correct answer: D, update to the latest firmware. Firmware updates often include security patches to fix known vulnerabilities, improvements to authentication and encryption, stability and performance enhancements. Updating to the latest firmware ensure the printers are protected against exploited security flaws, especially critically after a data breach. Incorrect answers: A, install the most recent driver. Now, driver updates improve performance or compatibility on a client device, but do not directly address security issues in the printer itself. B, disable wireless printing. May reduce one potential risk, but it's a partial solution and many vulnerabilities exist even on a wired connection. C, place all printers on a separate print server. It's helpful for management and isolation, but doesn't fix vulnerabilities on the printer itself. Question 47. A user requested a new printer with the requirement that all documents be printed in duplicate. Which of the following will produce the most cost-effective duplicate printout with the least amount of effort? A, inkjet printer. B, thermal printer. C, impact printer. Or D, a laser printer. Correct answer here: C, an impact printer. Now, impact printers like dot matrix printers are the most cost-effective option for printing duplicate copies because they physically strike the paper through carbon copy paper, producing multiple copies in one pass. Common in invoicing, receipts, or logistics where carbon duplicates are needed. No special software or reprinting is required to create a second copy. Incorrect answers: A, inkjet. Inkjet cannot produce carbon copies, would require manual reprint, increasing the cost and effort. B, thermal, prints on special heat-sensitive paper and cannot create duplicate copies, often used for receipts, not multi-copy forms. D, laser printers, high quality and efficient, but does not support carbon paper, would also require manual printing of 2 copies. Question 48. Help desk technician receives a ticket stating a printer has jammed several times today. The technician removes the jammed paper and notices the paper supply is low and the paper in the tray is wrinkled. Which of the following most likely caused the paper jam? A, high latency. B, page orientation. C, driver mismatch. Or D, multi-page misfeed. Correct answer: D, multi-page misfeed. Now, multi-page misfeed happens when a printer pulls more than one sheet at a time, leading to paper jams. Now, this is often caused by wrinkled, damaged, or low-quality paper. Also common when the paper supply is low, causing sheets to feed improperly. Both clues in the question, low paper supply, wrinkled paper, point directly to a physical feed issue, not a software or a setting problem. Incorrect answers: A, high latency, refer to network delay unrelated to paper handling and jamming. B, page orientation, a mismatch here may cause improper layout, not physical jams. C, driver mismatch, might cause print errors, incorrect formatting or missing features, but not paper jams. Question 49. Which of the following printing initiatives would be best to accomplish environmentally friendly objectives? A. Requiring user authentication for printing. B. Locking down printing to only certain individuals. C. Modifying duplex settings to double-sided. C. Changing the print quality setting to best. Correct answer, modifying duplex setting to double-sided. Duplex printing, or printing on both sides of the paper, is one of the most effective direct methods for reducing paper consumption. This initiative cuts paper use by up to 50%, helping meet sustainability goals and reducing waste. It's easy to implement and offers immediate environmental benefits. Incorrect answers: A. Requiring user authentication for printing. It may reduce wasteful or accidental printing, but it doesn't guarantee paper saving like duplex printing does. B. Locking down printing to only certain individuals. Now restricts access but doesn't necessarily lead to less paper use overall. And D. Changing the print quality setting to best. Now doing this uses more ink, not less, the opposite of an eco-friendly initiative. Question 50. Technician is troubleshooting a projector that will not display an image. The computer output and cable have already been verified to be working correctly. Which of the following should the technician do next? A. Calibrate the image. B. Replace the bulb. C. Test the output resolution. D. Clean the fans. Correct answer, B. Replace the bulb. If the projector is receiving a valid video signal but displays no image, a burnt out or failing bulb is a common cause, especially for traditional lamp-based projectors. Projector bulbs dim over time and eventually fail. Most projectors won't show anything or may flash a LED warning when the bulb is dead. Replacing the bulb is the logical next step after confirming the video source and connection are good. Incorrect answers: A. Calibrate the image. Calibration affects the color and focus, not basic visibility. You can't calibrate an image that isn't displaying. C. Test the output resolution. Worth checking if the bulb works and image displays poorly, but here there's no image at all, so it's not the next step. D. Clean the fans. Cleaning the fans help prevent overheating, but it won't resolve a no image issue. Question 51. A business purchased a new multifunction printer that will be used to photocopy documents with hundreds of pages. A technician is configuring the printer. Which of the following features should the technician ensure is set up? A. SMB. B. PCL. C. ADF. Or D. SSH. Correct answer here, C. ADF, your automatic document feeder. It allows a multifunction printer to automatically feed and scan copy multiple pages without requiring manual input for each page. It's perfect for photocopying large documents efficiently. Saves time and effort, especially in high volume business settings. It's a common feature in multifunction printers. Incorrect answers: SMB, which is your server message block, used for network file sharing, especially for scanning to a shared folder, not directly related to photocopying. PCL, which is your printer command language, it's a print language used for sending documents to the printer, unrelated to copying physical pages. SSH, secure shell, used for secure remote access, not relevant to document copying or scanning. Question 52. Technician is working with a user to set up scanning. The user requires the scans to be viewable to the network for the entire department. Which of the following setting is, or on the FMP, should the technician edit to best address the user's request? A. Scan to email. B. Server message block. C. Secured prints. D. Web services. E. Printer share. Correct answer B. Server message block. Now, SMB is a protocol that allows file sharing over a network. In the context of a multifunction printer or MFP, SMB scans allow scanned documents to be saved directly to a shared network folder. This makes the documents accessible to the entire department as requested. It's ideal for environments where multiple users need to access, read, or manage scanned files from a centralized location. Incorrect answers: A. Scan to email, send scans to the individual's inbox, not suitable for department-wide access. C. Secured prints, related to printing with PIN or password protection, not scanning or file sharing. D. A web service, used for printer discovery and cloud printing, not for scanning or sharing scans on a local network. And lastly, E. Printer share, shares printer access over the network, not the scan output. Question number 53. When a page that was printed on a laser printer is touched, the image on the paper smear, which of the following is the most likely the cause of this issue? A. Duplexing assembly, B. Fuser, C. Toner, D. Transfer belt. Correct answer: B. Fuser. The fuser is the component in a laser printer that melts and bonds the toner onto the paper using heat and pressure. If the fuser is faulty and not reaching the correct temperature, the toner will not properly adhere to the paper. This results in smearing when the printout is touched because the toner is still loose on the surface. Incorrect answers: A. Duplexing assembly, controls double-sided printing, unrelated to toner adhesion or smearing. C. Toner, while low quality or wrong toner can affect print quality, smearing is typically a fuser issue, not a toner alone. D. Transfer belt, transfers toners from cartridges to the paper, but the toner still needs to be fused to the paper afterward. Question 54. A department submits a ticket to report a printer is not working. The technician finds paper stuck to the fuser, which is hotter than normal. The fuser was recently installed. What should the technician do next? A. Disconnect the printer power for troubleshooting. B. Install a printer roller kit. C. Replace the overheating fuser. Or D. Replace the paper with thicker paper stock. Correct answer: A. Disconnect the printer power for troubleshooting. When a printer exhibits signs of abnormal high temperature, especially at the fuser, which is already a high heat component, it could pose a safety risk. Disconnecting power is the safest, most appropriate first step. This allows for safe inspection of the fuser and other components. Even if the fuser is faulty or overheating, replacing it before safely powering down could result in damage or injury. Incorrect answers: install a printer roller kit. Now, rollers assist with paper feeding. They won't address a heat issue or paper stuck to the fuser. Replacing the overheating fuser, likely necessary after identifying it as the cause, but not the immediate next step. You must disconnect power first for safety. D. Replace the paper with thicker paper stock. The issue isn't with the paper type, but with the fuser temperature, which is too hot. Question 55. A user reports that all print jobs sent to the laser printer are coming out with random incorrect characters throughout the pages. Which of the following should the technician do to resolve the issue? A. Replace the fuser. B. Adjust the rollers. C. Update the driver. Or D. Shake the toner. Correct answer: C. Update the driver. When a printer outputs garbled, random, unreadable characters, it is often due to a corrupted, incompatible, or outdated printer driver. The driver acts as a translator between the OS and the printer. The wrong driver is installed, the data sent to the printer is misinterpreted, resulting in nonsensical characters on the page. Updating or reinstalling the correct driver ensure proper communication and formatting. Incorrect answers: replace the fuser. The fuser is responsible for bonding toner to the paper. It doesn't affect the content or structure of the print job. B. Adjust the rollers. Rollers handle paper feeding, not how the text appears. Garbled characters aren't caused by feed issues. D. Shake the toner. Might help with light prints due to low toner, but not with incorrect character or formatting issues. Question 56. Which of the following requires the use of a physical printer to print a document? A. Print to PDF. B. Print to image. C. Print to network. Or D. Print to XPS. Correct answer: C. Print to network. Now, print to network refers to sending a document to a shared physical printer connected over a network, such as Wi-Fi or Ethernet. This process requires an actual hardware printer to produce the document on paper. It's a common setup in offices or environments where multiple users share a single networked printer. Incorrect answers: A. Print to PDF converts the document into a digital PDF file, no physical printer required. B. Print to image saves the output as a graphical file, for example a PNG or a JPEG, again no physical printer is needed. And lastly, D. Print to XPS. Now, XPS or XML paper specification is another digital file format similar to PDF. No printing hardware is involved. Question 57. A laser printer smears the image when printing on thick cardstock, but works fine on regular paper. What should you do? A. Increase the fuser element temperature. B. Change the paper feed rate. C. Clean the printer's transfer roller. Or D. Replace the toner cartridge. Correct answer: B. Change the paper feed rate. Laser printers allow for adjustments based on paper type. When printing on thicker materials like cardstock, the paper typically needs to move more slowly through the printer so the fuser has enough time to properly bond the toner to the surface. Changing the paper type to cardstock or heavy paper in the print settings usually automatically reduce the paper feed rate. This allows for better fusing and avoids smearing. Incorrect answers: A. Increase the fuser element temperature. You usually can't manually change the temperature directly. It's controlled by the paper type setting. Also, overheating could damage the paper or the printer. C. Clean the printer's transfer roller. Now, a dirty transfer roller could cause issues, but the problem only occurs on thick cardstock, suggesting it's not a transfer roller issue. D. Replace the toner cartridge. The toner works fine on regular paper, so the cartridge is not the issue. Question 58. Which of the following should you do to address the issue of smudging on printers from a laser printer when using thick cardstock? A. Increase the temperature of the fuser element. B. Change the feed rate of the paper. C. Clean the printer's transfer roller. Or D. Replace the toner cartridge. Correct answer: B. Change the feed rate of the printer or the paper. When printing a thick cardstock, the toner may not fuse properly, causing smudging. Typically happens because thicker paper takes longer to heat all the way through. If the paper moves too quickly through the printer, the fuser doesn't have enough time to melt and bond the toner. The solution: adjust the printer settings to indicate you're using heavy paper or cardstock. This setting automatically slows the paper feed rate, giving the fuser more time to heat and bond the toner properly. Incorrect answer: increase the temperature of the fuser element. Fuser temperature is typically not user adjustable directly. This is usually controlled automatically based on the selected paper type in print settings. C. Clean the printer's transfer roller. A dirty roller might affect toner transfer, but not specifically causing smudging or thick cardstock only. D. Replace the toner cartridge. The toner works fine on regular paper, so the cartridge is not the issue. Question 59. When setting up a new printer for multiple users in an office, which should be the first step? A. Connect the printer to the network. B. Install the printer driver on each workstation. C. Configure the printer's IP address. D. Create a shared folder for printer access. Correct answer, A. Connect the printer to the network. The very first step in setting up a shared office printer is to physically connect or wirelessly link the printer to the network. Without a network connection, no workstation can discover or communicate with the printer. This could involve connecting via Ethernet, Wi-Fi, or USB to a print server. Once connected, additional configuration like assigning a static IP address, installing drivers, and sharing settings can follow. Incorrect answers. B. Install the print driver on each workstation. It's not the first step. Drivers can only be installed after the printer is accessible on the network. C. Configure the printer's IP address. Important, but you must connect the printer to the network first before assigning and adjusting its IP. D. Create a shared folder for printer access. It's not applicable to printer setup. Shared folders are for file sharing, not printer sharing. Question 60. Technician is asked to set up a printer that multiple users can access over a network. Which method should the technician use? A. Direct connection to each workstation. B. USB connection to the server. C. Network printer setup. Or D. Wireless printing setup. Correct answer, network printer setup. Now, network printer setup involves connecting the printer directly to the local network or LAN via Ethernet or Wi-Fi, which allows multiple users to send print jobs to it without being physically connected to the device. The printer is assigned an IP address, and users can install it by browsing the network or entering the IP address. It's the most scalable and efficient method for shared access in offices. Incorrect answers. A direct connection to each workstation. Now this would require a physically connecting the printer to every workstation, which is impractical and defeats the purpose of a shared printer. B. USB connection to the server. While this can allow sharing through the server, it's less reliable and scalable than a networked setup and depends on the server always being on. D. Wireless printing setup. Now this can be part of the network setup, but wireless printing alone isn't the best, most complete answer for a shared office environment, especially if Wi-Fi is unstable or restricted. Question 61. Now, which type of printer uses ink cartridges? A. Inkjet printer. B. Laser printer. C. Dot matrix printer. Or D. A thermal printer. Correct answer A. Inkjet printer. Inkjet printers use liquid ink cartridges to spray tiny droplets of ink directly onto paper. They are commonly used in home and small office environments. Ink can come in separate color cartridges, C, M, Y, K, or combined units. Incorrect answer is B, a laser printer. It uses toner cartridges or powder, not ink. Dot matrix printer uses ribbons to impact the paper through pins, not the ink cartridge. And thermal printers uses heat-sensitive paper or thermal transfer ribbon, and no ink involved. Question 62. What should you do if a printer is printing blank pages? A. Replace the printer. B. Check the toner or ink level. C. Clean the printer's rollers. Or D. Update the printer driver. Correct answer B. Check the toner or ink level. If a printer is printing blank pages, the most common cause is that it's out of toner for laser or ink for inkjets. Even if the printer powers and process the job, no ink or toner means nothing gets transferred to the paper. Always check the cartridge level first before moving for more technical troubleshooting. Incorrect answers A. Replace the printer. It's unnecessary and expensive step unless you confirm the printer is beyond repair. C. Clean the printer roller. Dirty rollers may cause paper jams and misfeeds, but not blank pages or blank prints. D. Update the print driver. Driver issues may prevent printing and cause formatting errors, but rarely result in blank pages unless the job is corrupted. Question 63. Which of the following should you check first if a printer is not printing? A. Print driver. B. Power and connection status. C. Network configuration. Or D. Printer settings. Correct answer, B. Power and connection status. Before diving into software and network issues, always start with the basics. Is the printer powered on? Are the cables, the USB, Ethernet or power securely connected? Is the printer online and not in error state? If the printer isn't properly connected or powered, nothing else will function. Drivers, settings or network configuration won't matter at that point. Incorrect answers. A. Print driver. It's important, but only after confirming the printer is connected and powered. C. Network configuration. Relevant for network printers, but again, not the first step. D. Printer settings. Settings could affect print behavior, but not printing at all is usually a hardware or a connectivity issue first. Now that's it for today's video. Next video about our Q&A session will be about operating systems. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you receive notifications about upcoming videos. Enjoy!